Well, the priority is becoming more and more important. We have a very open, heated discussion in Japan against and for the trade policies, which means many people are now becoming interested. And our Prime Minister just made a very strong statement to put forward the trade negotiation. So I think trade issue, especially bilateral and regional trade agreement, will become very, very important for Japan in the near future. Well, TPP was a very important opportunity for Japan to think a broad picture of the Asian Pacific trade agreement. So that has a very strong influence on our thinking behavior. Now, other FTA is also very important. For example, the SPA that Korea is doing is stimulating our business community, and business community is now speaking much louder voice to just speed up the process. So yes, any negotiation outside Japan, it has very strong influence on the politics and dynamics in Japan. Especially the business community was most stimulated by this, because there's very severe competition between Japan and Korea in such areas, automobiles, electronics. So we have to just achieve the sort of level playing field vis-a-vis Korea. And that actually interest of the business community has a very strong pressure to policy decision making in the government. So I think Korea, EU, and Korea, US FTA has very strong influence in Japan. Well, the many areas. Probably I think automobile industry is a very difficult area, because both Europe and Japan have very strong automobile industries. So sometimes just the industry try to intervene in the process of negotiation. But at the same time, there are many areas where there has to be some kind of the reform of the domestic system. But that kind of difficulty is actually the opportunity for each part of the negotiation to change and to make the community more open. So we have to just confront the difficulty in order to achieve the bigger benefit from the change. Well, there are two areas. One is the WTO, so-called multilateral framework, is still very important. So Japan should just keep raising voice to realize the Doha round, and to also strengthen the function of WTO. That is one thing. But at the same time, it is very important now, regional negotiation or the bilateral framework has a very strong influence, not only the trade partners, but just the global economy as a whole. So the trade negotiations such as the EU and Japan, because that covers so wide economy, may be very important vehicle to just have a kind of influence in global trade schemes.